When three key members of such a prominent family die in a single month, the world does not stay silent. A terrifying storm of rumors and accusations erupted in the streets of Florence and the dark corridors of the palace. If we dig into ancient history books and documents, we find that history blamed these mysterious deaths not on an illness, but on the internal jealousy and bloody feuds of the Medici family itself. 16th century Italy, outwardly a golden era of art, beauty, and high culture, but behind the closed doors of grand palaces, it was a brutal battlefield of power, jealousy, and bloody conflict. In this era, one family rose to dominate the politics and economy of not just Italy, but all of Europe, the House of Medici. Cosimo I, the Grand Duke of Florence, and his Duchess Eleonora of Toledo, held absolute authority over this empire. The Medici were not merely royalty. They were the greatest bankers in Europe. They possessed such immense wealth that they routinely loaned money to powerful kings and even the Pope. The entire political and financial system of Florence was firmly in their grasp. But where there is great power, dark shadows always loom. Such vast wealth brings intense jealousy and deadly rivalries. Are there wealthy and influential Florentine families, like the Pazzi and the Strozzi, were bloodthirsty enemies of the Medici inside and outside the palace. Conspiracies were constantly spun, and during this era, poison and daggers were the standard tools for seizing power. Because of this constant fear, the Medici family lived under the strict guard of heavy security, trusted no one outside their inner circle, and every morsel of food was meticulously tasted before being eaten. Then came November 1562, a month that would change everything forever. Duchess Eleonora set out on a journey to the Tuscan coast with her two young sons, 8-year-old Cardinal Giovanni and 15-year-old Garzia. The region was famous for its beauty and hunting grounds. They were all joyful, enjoying the hunt, completely unaware that this would be their final journey. During the trip, something sudden occurred. 19-year-old Giovanni and 15-year-old Garzia passed away within that very same month, heartbroken after burying her two young sons. Duchess Eleonora also passed away before the month ended. A vibrant and powerful royal family was devastated in just a few weeks. The discovery of 3 bodies in a single month sent shockwaves through Europe. No clear cause of death was ever made public, turning this tragedy into the greatest and deepest mystery in Italian history. When 3 key members of such a prominent family die in a single month, the world does not stay silent. A terrifying storm of rumors and accusations erupted in the streets of Florence and the dark corridors of the palace. If we dig into ancient history books and documents, we find that history blamed these mysterious deaths not on an illness, but on the internal jealousy and bloody feuds of the Medici family itself. The most famous and horrific story written in history books for centuries claimed that the 2 brothers, Giovanni and Garzia, had a violent argument. According to the tale, 15-year-old Garzia, driven by rage and jealousy, stabbed his 19-year-old elder brother Giovanni with a sword or dagger, killing him. When their ruthless father, Duke Cosimo I, discovered this, chaos erupted within the palace. Overwhelmed by family honor and fury, the father drew his own sword and executed his youngest son, Garzia. This trauma was so immense that Duchess Eleonora could not bear the horrific fate of her children at the hands of her husband, and she died of a broken heart. Furthermore, a large group of historians firmly believed this was a calculated conspiracy by the Medici family's enemies, like the Pazzi. It was alleged that enemies bribed a palace servant to lace their food with arsenic, hoping to wipe out the Medici bloodline and seize the throne. For 500 years, the world accepted these bloody stories and accusations as truth, and the event remained history's ultimate cliffhanger. Time passed, centuries rolled by, and we arrived in the modern era. So yet, the question remained alive in the minds of historians and scientists. What was the absolute truth of that night in 1562? Did one brother truly murder the other? Did a father execute his own son? Or were they poisoned? To unveil this centuries-old secret, scientists from the renowned Yale University and the University of Pisa in Italy conducted a historic collaborative study. They opened the ancient tombs of the Medici family preserved in the Italian church and examined their skeletal remains. Scientists extracted ancient DNA samples from the rib bones of both brothers. When the genetic scanning and DNA testing of these bones were completed, the laboratory results absolutely stunned the historical community. The bones showed no signs of dagger or sword wounds, nor did they contain any traces of poison or arsenic. Instead, deep within the DNA, scientists discovered something truly chilling: the genetic material of the world's most lethal parasite, Plasmodium falciparum. Yes, this is the very parasite responsible for causing the most dangerous form of malaria. When scientists uncovered this, the entire narrative shifted instantly. Only then did the world realize that their killer was neither a human nor poison. It was the mosquitoes thriving in the marshy, swampy coastal regions of Tuscany. The reality emerged that all three must have suffered a severe, burning fever before passing away within days. History had portrayed this family as murderers for 500 years. But science proved they were innocent human beings who fell victim to a deadly disease of that era. But the story does not end there. The most astonishing revelation from this research was that the malaria parasite of 500 years ago was fundamentally different from the malaria we know today. The malaria strain found in Giovanni's bones possessed two completely unique and unprecedented genetic mutations. These specific mutations are entirely absent in any modern malaria strains found globally today. That ancient strain was so exceptionally aggressive for its time that it could destroy a healthy young person from within in a matter of days. In fact, the bones of another brother, Francesco, revealed two different types of malaria parasites simultaneously, meaning he suffered a double infection. When we compare modern-day malaria to this ancient counterpart, we discover that the modern malaria parasite has evolved over centuries into something far more cunning, deceitful, and akin to a guerrilla commando. It has learned dangerous adaptations to survive changing environments and modern human medications. The greatest trick of modern malaria is its drug resistance. In the past, chloroquine was the cheapest and most successful drug against malaria. But modern malaria mutated its DNA so profoundly that this drug no longer works. It has even begun developing resistance in certain parts of the world against artemisinin, which is considered humanity's most advanced and ultimate line of defense. Furthermore, modern malaria is a master of camouflage, expertly hiding from the human immune system. The parasite alters the proteins on its cellular surface so rapidly that our defense mechanisms fail to recognize it, allowing it to hide deep inside red blood cells. Even the toxic sprays and insecticide-treated nets created by humans have been countered. Modern mosquitoes have developed the ability to tolerate these toxins and resist their effects. The parasite can even linger silently inside a human body for months without displaying a single symptom, ensuring that when another mosquito bites, it successfully transmits to more healthy individuals. These genetic changes occurred in pathogens for the exact same reason they do in humans. They adapt to survive. When humans drained marshes to eradicate malaria and manufactured drugs, the parasite mutated its DNA to bypass the human immune system and medical treatments. Scientists note that this ancient DNA from the Medici brothers' bones provides immense insight into how this deadly disease evolved over time and adapted to its environment. So, viewers, this was the tragic tale of the Medici brothers, branded as murderers by history for half a millennium, only for modern science to completely clear their names 500 years later. This story reminds us that what is written as truth in the pages of history isn't always the reality. Science and truth ultimately always prevail. What are your thoughts on this historic and scientific revelation? Did you also believe this was a royal murder mystery?
Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more mysterious historical documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.